Hi, Andrew here, and you all owe me a debt of gratitude. Whatever for? Why, because yesterday I risked life and limb going to the racist, sexist, fringe neo Nazi white supremacist rally. What? The trucker convoy that Trudeau denounced as a bunch of fringe, racist, sexist, misogynist, white supremacist, whatever his go-to maneuver for insulting people is, because, he's as dumb as a stump and that's what he's got. Yesterday at lunch, I was going out for my stroll, my afternoon stroll. The one that, if you look at the video, I came back 4 kilometers later all covered in ice and snow from the blowing wind. It was awesome. But I was walking out the door, and my neighbor, my Sikh Punjabi Indian neighbor, said, "Hey, Andrew, are you going to the rally?" "What rally?" And she told me that the truck convoy was due to go past soon, drive past on the 401 soon. And I was at work. I was taking my short, little walk at lunch. And I started taking my walk, but it turns out, well, no, it doesn't turn out. I've always lived close to the highway. But because I live relatively close to the highway, the halfway point of my walk is also halfway to the overpass. So I was curious. I've seen this stuff in the news, and I was curious. And I went out. Went the extra distance, and I found a group of happy warriors, in the phrase of, I think that's Mark Stein, cheerful people, a goodly number of them women, and as it happens, Indians, because my neighborhood has a very large contingent of Sikhs, Punjabis. I'm not sure which I'm supposed to call them. I don't think they care much either way, but there was a very large contingent, and I'm scratching my head. It's like, but Prime Minister Trustfund told me that these were racist, white supremacist sexists. There were an awful lot of women sexist and brown white supremacists out at this rally. I mean, a startling number. And what I found when I went deep, deep undercover, and I had to go deep, deep undercover because I was risking life and limb, because, I'll let you in a little secret. I don't normally bring my family into this other than to tell stories about them. My wife and I are mixed, and our children are biracial. I'm an evil misogynationist who is watering down the race, so the neo-Nazi white supremacists, I'll be first on their list. So I had to go deep undercover. And I did, for you. And I found a lot of people very concerned about rights and freedoms. Well, I also read that as this trucking protest has grown, that the Ontario Trucking Association is all up in arms denouncing it, saying, well, the truckers they're mostly fully vaxxed, over 90%. These are not deep thinkers. I mean, they may not be as shallow as Prime Minister Trustfund, but there's not a lot of deep thought going on here. They're denouncing the rally because most of the members are vaccinated, which means most of the truckers in the rally are vaccinated, which means the rally is not about the vaccinations. It's about our Ottawa and Toronto and provincial and federal governments taking a look at 800 years of legal cultural development of the rights and freedoms, natural-born rights of the Englishman from the Magna Carta 800 years ago to today, and using it as toilet paper. I've gone on and on and on about the day-to-day physical problems, the damage to our children. And we're all worried about that. We're also worried, the truckers, I mean, I'm not one of them, I'm an engineer, mechanical designer, I sit at a computer all day. But we're worried about seeing a legal cultural tradition that spans 8 centuries being destroyed, so that we cannot hand it on to our children. Every truck that went past we got a honk and a wave. And again, going back to joking about brown white supremacists, a tremendous number of those were Punjabi Indians, full turban, full beards that make mine look like 5 o'clock shadow, waving and thumbs up. This is a lot bigger than you, Trust Fund, and it's a lot bigger than the vaccinations.